of you struggled to make palm oil stew? I mean, making the perfect palm oil stew for your family. See, this has been a very big challenge for me, and it took me a long while to perfect my game in this. And I decided to teach or show how I make mine. I vowed never to allow anybody on my channel not know how to make palm oil stew again. I mean, not when you're a member of my family. So if you want to see how to make it, just follow these steps, and trust me, you're not gonna go wrong. Okay, so I basically just added my washed chicken inside the pot. I added my seasoning powder, not necessarily seasoning powder, my secret spice, which is basically mix of herbs, okay, and curry powder. And then I added my seasoning cubes, my onion. I also added ginger garlic paste, which you saw earlier on. When you're making your palm oil stew, honestly, the protein of your choice doesn't matter. What you have to perfect is just ensure you season your protein very well and allow it to cook properly. Okay, sometimes people end up frying their protein, but honestly, I try to reduce my oil intake, so not really. So the truth is that I didn't have the strength to fry it. That's why I had to boil it, and I cooked it like that. But if you enjoy your protein fried, please go ahead and fry. Okay. So when I realized that my chicken is properly cooked, please note that the herbs I use in boiling my chicken serves as meat tenderizer. So it makes the chicken get done quick, and it doesn't make it hard. So you should try using herbs to cook your chicken if you want it to become very tender. So in a dry pot, I just added my palm oil. I allowed it to get hot before I added my pepper mix. Now, if you notice, I didn't add onions to this. That's basically because I added a lot of onions while blending my pepper mix. So for this pepper mix, I have my onions, I have my ginger garlic paste, which is little because I had a lot already in my chicken. I also added tatashi shombo, basically cayenne pepper, paprika. I added tomatoes, and that's basically it. Okay, onions, like I earlier on mentioned. I cooked it to get dry, then I kept it aside. Some people don't cook theirs to get dry, but because I don't want to cook the stew for a very long time, I just try to cut down my time in the kitchen while making the stew, if you get what I mean. So what I did was just to dry it and keep it. Then when I was ready, I just poured it into the hot oil. So it took a very short period of time to cook through. But if you don't have the time to dry up your pepper mix, or basically just boil it for a while, you can just pour it into the oil. Just know that you don't have to fry for it to get dry, because the tomato or whatever will cook inside the oil. I don't know if I'm making sense, but if you cook stew, you understand why. I don't know how else to explain it better, but what I'm saying is, you mustn't cook it and allow the water dry up before you start frying your stew. You can add it before then. So as you saw, when the tomato was ready, the tomato mix, I just poured in my chicken and the broth, okay, that is the stock, and I stirred it all up together. I tasted for salt. I eventually realized that there was no salt in it because I didn't add salt at all to the stew. If you notice, I barely cook with salt, so when I realized that there was no salt at all, I had to adjust. I allowed this to boil for a while before I poured in my boiled egg, of course, to give it that buka stew feeling. All right, and that's basically it. You just cover it, allow it to boil up for a little while, and your stew is ready. See, you can never go wrong with these steps. It's very simple, or it's very easy, yet gives you that perfect taste you want. So I hope you're going to try this just to have that buka stew, feeling and taste. And if at this point you've not subscribed to my channel, is that laugh even necessary? Please subscribe. I'm not even proud at all. Please subscribe to my channel, share my videos. If you find it informative, you can also save it to watch up later. Thank you so much for watching. Okay, bye.